Hello, friends, family, tribe. Sean Steve of Krav Maga Martial Arts coming to you here. And today I'm going to share with you my 3 favorite hacks for making the coming year the best year ever. And as we go into 2023, look, we're less than a handful of days away on the day that I'm recording this live video. You may be watching it a little later, even closer, or in 23. But listen, if we're still in the month of January, if you haven't wasted more time than that, then put these hacks to use, because they are really the secret that I have used to make every year of my adult life better than the one before. And listen, it seems like yesterday. I grew up in a time where Prince was singing, today we're going to party, or tonight we're going to party like it's 1999. And I remember thinking and feeling like 1999 was so far away. Well, of course, if you also have been living long enough, then you know the irony of the situation is 1999 does feel very far away. But in the other direction, it came and it went. And listen, thank God that I'm still not where, who, and how I was back then. That I have come so far by making a deliberate choice to make every year better than the one before. I thank God for all of the things that help make that true. But I'm going to be brief today and get right into the 3 things that you can do to make 2023 the best year ever, and yet for you. And the first hack is just to get uncomfortable. Listen, we know that all growth and progress happens on the other side of comfort, right? We have to get outside our comfort zone, right? And listen, it's simple, not easy, right? Like even a child can understand the principle at work in this truth, right? Like, because, you know, if we do what we've always done, of course we're going to get what we've always gotten. We have to get uncomfortable. We have to make a choice, a deliberate choice to do something that we've never done before if we want to accomplish something that we've never accomplished. So, piece of advice, hack 1 is get uncomfortable. The second hack is you have to change something that you do daily. It's certainly and simply not enough to write goals at the beginning of the year, and worst case scenario, right, like these things we call New Year's resolution. Actually, worst case scenario, you didn't even write them, you just told a friend. In next case, you wrote them, but you stuck them in your drawer and never looked at them again, right? Like none of those things will make any impactful change. These are wishing. And listen, you might as well throw a coin into a wishing well, because calling those things goals is equally impotent and ineffective. In order to truly change something, we have to change habits that we do daily. Listen, this year I lost over 40 pounds. The reason I was able to do that is I found a couple, nutritional technologies and things that I have done differently in 2022 that allowed me to get great success in this area. I'm going to lose another 40 in 23, by the way. It's one of my big, hairy, audacious goals, right? By the way, none of my 3 things is writing the goals, because hopefully you understand the importance of that. Hopefully you already know that you got to write the goals and that they got to be specific and measurable and attainable and really, really yours and time bound, right? Like all the things that go into goal setting. But today we're talking about goal getting. And the first thing is you have to get uncomfortable. And the second thing is you have to change something that you do daily. And the third thing is it's our first black belt superpower, Krav Maga Martial Arts. You have to really, really focus. You have to remain focused. We know that energy flows where focus goes, and that without focus, we can accomplish no real meaningful thing, right? We also know that we live in the most distracted time in history. On my way here today, from my home to the dojo, just to record this on the way to my next meeting, it always kind of flabbergasts me as I look around and I see all the people driving while looking at their phones. Listen, I don't mean for this to be a public service announcement, but don't do that. There is nothing on your phone important enough to be distracting you from the important task of driving. But the way that that's relevant to this message is that it's true when it comes to accomplishing your goals. Once you've sat down and you do what Barbara and I did, over our 2-day leadership planning. Barbara's my wife. What we did over my 2-day leadership planning retreat, where the very, very first thing we did was create our 3 most important personal goals and our 3 most important professional and business goals for 2023. Once you do that thing, you have to put focus on the goals. Again, you have to look at them daily. You have to work towards them daily. You have to be willing to get uncomfortable. And those are the 3 hacks, and I did it in 5 minutes. But if you're still listening to this thing, I am going to give you a few bonuses that I thought about. The next one I'm going to call Triple P. The Triple P is you got to do the planning, you got to do the preparation, and then you have to have patience and perseverance, right? Patience/perseverance is the third one. That's how it's Triple P. The point is that, look, you gotta, you were born to win. Zig Ziglar says you were born to win, but in order to win, you have to plan to win and expect to win. So that's the planning part, right? The preparation part is, look, if one of my goals is I'm going to walk or run or do something the next morning, you got to prepare for that. You got to have the clothes and the shoes and you got to know where you're going to go. You got to have prepared. It's the same with financial goals, business goals, any goals. You got to prepare. And then the last thing is, nothing really great happens really quickly. Most people always overestimate what they can do in a very, very short time, underestimate what they can accomplish in a year. But you accomplish it in the year by sticking to the original plan, by doing the things daily, being uncomfortable, and keeping the focus on the goals that you want to accomplish for the year. And then the final, I'm going to give one more bonus for any of you that are still here, and that is, all right, maybe 2 more. One is you got to measure it, right? What gets measured gets done. This is true in our organizations, and it's even more true with ourselves. So whatever goals you want to accomplish, you got to measure them regularly. And when I say regularly, I mean monthly and weekly and even daily, right? You can't, just like the goals themselves, you can't look at progress occasionally and hope that you've progressed. Unfortunately, what that will create is disappointment, right? You have to measure the goals in a meaningful way. And then the final thing is that if you need help, and we almost always do, get the help. I have coaches in every important area of my life. I also get to be one. And so, by the way, in closing, that's what I'm going to say. If myself personally or my organization, Tampa Krav Maga, can assist you accomplishing any of your goals, and right now I'll talk about Tampa Krav Maga. Krav Maga Martial Arts is the name of our organization actually, but it's tampakravmaga.com. And here's, if any of your goals have to do with any of the things I've already talked about, or with getting mentally, emotionally, or physically more fit in 2023, you want to make this the year that you really do those things, you got to join us. And you can come do it with your whole family. It's really, really awesome. So listen, I'm pretty sure my signature block on this thing has the websites, my StephenDoakSteel.com and TampaKravMaga.com. Check it out, or just comment wherever you see this and private message me, whatever, because I would be honored to help you become the best and highest version of yourself and make 2023 the best year ever.